Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So we got Nathan back finally. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back here. So I told you guys last week we were going to do Peter Heinrichs tobacco, and we're going to keep that promise. When I went to Austin back at the beginning of January, went to the brick and mortar pipe world there. They have two pipe worlds, one in Round Rock and one in Austin. And I like to go to the one in Austin because it was close to where Mom used to live when she was working there. And I go in there and I always check to see what they've got. And of course they had Esoterica blends and things like that. And they had a lot of different Peter Heinrichs blends. And so I bought a few. And this one is particularly difficult to find, but is requested a lot. Today we're going to give you our impressions on Peter Heinrichs Special Curly. All right, so a few things that we need to start off with on this one is that this is a vapor. Okay, so it's a Virginia Perique, which means it contains Perique in Virginia. Duh.
Yeah.
There is no flavoring. It is a curly cut, and it's a really, really interesting.
It's a really pretty coin.
Yeah, type of curly cut. They're very, very small.
Yeah.
We're going to show you a picture of them here real quick. Yeah, they're super small, but they're really beautiful. It's a really cool way of presenting the tobacco to us. According to Tobacco Reviews, it says this comes in 100-gram tins and 200-gram tins. I have not seen a 200-gram tin ever.
I haven't seen a 100-gram tin.
Yeah, well, the 100-gram tins are the popular ones. They call them the paint cans, you know. They're real popular, but I've not seen that. Made by Kohlhaas and Kopp, and it's made in Germany. You can get these when they drop, like on smoking pipes and cup of joes and things like that. I just happened to walk into my brick and mortar and found it there. You might have luck doing that as well. The strength on this one is about a moderate to medium. The taste on this one is also medium. Let's go ahead and talk about this one and see what you think. Okay. All right. So let's talk about tin note first.
It's got that Peter Heinrich smell. Well,
what is that, Peter
Let me
Heinrichs?
rephrase that.
Yeah.
It's got the Virginia Peter Heinrich smell that I love. Anytime you open up a tin of Golden Sliced, Reserve Crew, number 4 or 6, or number 2 even. That one's there too. Very floral, very light, real grassy notes just hitting your face. Like, I mean, it is almost like the Virginias they seem fresh. I think that's a good word for it. It's very fresh, very floral, very pleasant. Right there, enjoy this smoke. Every Peter Heinrich product I've bought has been a Virginia. Every single one I'm in love with, and I get pissed at myself every time because I can't get them. I always burn through. Like, you'll show up with a tin. I found this. Gone in like a week or two. I don't stop smoking it.
They drop maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. And if your intentions are to try them, you better get them as soon as they drop.
Yeah, I have 3 on the wait list and now 4.
Yeah. All right, well, let me smell this. By the way, this is my first smoke of this one.
This is like my third.
You've had it a couple of times, but this is my first.
You said you had a Peter Heinrich Virginia blend, and I was like, yeah.
Okay, so I do get a little bit of that hay grassiness. It's kind of in the background. I get the floral thing that you're talking about.
Very much so.
But more than any, I get lots of dark fruit like fig and raisins, and I get some spices.
It's the Perique, probably.
I get like I can't tell you what that spice is, but a slight pepper, but maybe more allspice.
Maybe. I know I get a little bit of the Perique scent, but man, it's just so hard. That tart, tangy kind of grassy notes, lemongrass, citrusy is what I'm kind of thinking of. Those scents that I get from it. I mean, they're all those flavors that I love, but I mean, they just do it justice. The tin note on this to me is amazing. It really. That's why I've had so many bowls of it, because every time I smell it, I just go, I can't pass it up.
It's not a real overpowering tin note either. It's kind of subtle.
It's very inviting.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming. It just kind of lingers a little bit, but it's there. Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all we get from the tin note, let's talk about the taste.
Yeah, it's not a complicated tin note. It's
No.
just a very pure. In my opinion, that's what I love about the Virginias that come through on the scents that Peter Heinrich does. It's just a very pure tobacco, is what it seems like. And it's just so good.
Okay. What are you getting on your tastes? This is one that I bet, I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I bet starts off one way and ends up another way.
Possible. I've actually changed the way I enjoy vapors or Virginia Burley blends and things like that. I've stopped hard smoking and started sipping.
Well, duh! That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I knew that, but I mean, like,
Makes a difference, though, doesn't it?
it's an amazing difference. It's given me a whole new love and respect for vapors. Particularly this blend, because the Perique is just so light. It's not a very harsh burn on your tongue. The Virginias, I mean, the only way I can really say it is it's almost like the Perique comes forward, tingles the tongue a bit, and then right behind it are those smooth, floral notes from the Virginias, those grassy flavors, like you just mowed a yard. And you know how you can kind of smell the fresh cut grass and kind of taste it a little bit in your mouth. And how it's that nice.
I get that a little bit. I get that. I think you're onto something with that, because I am. I at first, the big flavor profile that I get is this acidic kind of spice. And it's right on the sides of my tongue.
Just the top of that tip on your tongue.
And that hits you first, and then I get the sweetness from the Virginias behind it. It's a really nice sweet. It's not a sugary sweet like a candy.
Yeah, it's almost like the pepper. It's almost like the bite at first is meant to basically open up your tongue to get ready for the nice flavors that are coming through.
I mean, I don't think the Perique is like dominant in this. I think it's equal, though. It's right there with the Virginias.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a zestiness to it. Maybe a citrus zestiness to it.
I think that's what I love most about the Heinrichs. Well, I keep saying the whole Heinrichs blend. All their Virginias are an amazing flavor. And this is just another credence to how much care and selection goes into their process when they're getting their tobaccos. I mean, there's a reason they only produce a couple times a year, and it's because there's so much thought, I feel, going into just a 110.
Yeah.
And it really shines in this particular blend, and just those Virginias come through with a perfect slight lemon flavor, little zest, little tart, but mostly smooth, sweet, very mouth-watering flavors.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's a perfect year-round, all-day flavor. Just you can't get it that much.
Last week I did an episode on the new blend that I made with all the mixed red Virginias and stowed Virginias and a lot of Kia. And the three things that I like from tobaccos are the smokiness, the tanginess, and the sweetness, the natural sweetness that comes through from the tobaccos. This has definitely two of those three. It has the tanginess, and it has that sweetness from
Yeah. It's a flavor I can't get enough of, and
the dark fruit comes through. It's a really mature Perique they're using. The dark fruit comes through really well. I'm about a third into this now, and the spiciness is beginning to subside. I get a little bit of a woody kind of taste in there as well. It's really pleasant. It's really pleasant. I'm not a Virginia smoker, but this is really good.
They do something with their Virginias that just, it's silky the way they all smoke. It really is. It's just a very smooth process. There's no bite, there's no burn, there's no harshness. If you're over smoking it, I've come across several blends that have done that, and I've even tried sipping and not sipping. This is the only blend that I can find.
You've loaded it in your pipe 2 different ways.
Yes, this is the first time I've done the coin load. Full coins, kind of roughed them up a little bit, and then just kind of stacked them in there like that. I will say it smoked easier rubbed.
Rubbed out.
Yeah. When you had a nice little clump and you can just put that clump in there and smoke that, it smoked easier.
Yeah, but what about flavor comparison? I mean, because this is really good. Is it rubbed out? Does it taste the same, or is it different?
I would say the Perique loses that flair when it's rubbed out. That's the only thing that I could taste that's different. Last time, I got a whole lot of Virginia, a lot of those good flavors. Really made me think a lot about Golden Sliced. This, as coins, I get that Perique a little more.
Yeah.
I get that pepperiness right before the Virginias. I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I just know that I'm also having to babysit it a bit by
me too. I've
and
lighting a lot. Yeah.
And so the flavor is better and more in. I think they were going more towards this is the flavor they were going for as a coin.
Smoke it
as a coin.
Yeah.
But because once you rub it out, you're gonna get more Virginias. That's what's going to burn faster. That's what's going to break apart easier. I think that's what's more in the coin itself.
Yeah, that's it. That's an interesting thought process with that, and I agree with you. I think it probably smokes better as a coin than it does rubbed out.
I think that's the intentional flavor, which is a pleasant.
I've gotten to the point now where all my coins, that's how I do it. I'll stack them and twist them a little bit, and then load them in there, and that seems to. Although you're right, you have to work with it a little bit to keep it lit. Flavor wise, it's a whole lot better. All right, so what do you think about the room note on this?
I would say it's a tolerable room note. Leaning more to the pleasant tolerable side of the scale. It's just it's a vapor, so the smoke is a little heavier.
It's a little strong.
It's a little stronger than a normal Virginia blend or an aromatic or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a little strong, and I think the Perique is coming out more than the Virginias, although there is a slight sweetness in there with the Virginias noticeable in the room note, but the Perique is the dominant smell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, what did you think about the moisture level on this?
I think they were perfect. The way they came, they're good to go.
Yeah, they didn't need any drying at all.
Maybe if you wanted to dry it out, I guess you could. But
I mean, it's slightly moist, and that's because that's just the nature of flakes and coins and plugs. They tend to stay a little moist. They retain moisture better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have to dry them out or anything. They were ready to go.
No, they were ready to go. I think they are. I mean, they're. The only time you have to babysit is when it's in your pipe, because quite honestly, you can just pull it out, pop it in, and smoke it, and call it good.
The one thing that I am frustrated with is how many lights I'm going to have to do to finish this. Yeah, because it's and that's could be a packing issue with me as well, but it is hard to work with on that as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a few things about this one. Like I said, it's not easy to find. So if you want to try this, guys, you're going to have to
Wait in line like the rest of us.
When you see it, yeah, just don't hesitate. Just get it. I read some of the reviews online, and a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with this. They either love it or they hate it, you know?
Vapors have always kind of had that rap, though. It's always been a love-or-hate relationship with them.
Yeah, well...
I think there's so much to be made with this particular blend.
I mean, I read a lot where they said that there, didn't have any depth. The flavor was flat. I disagree. This is a very flavorful vapor.
Mm-hmm.
It's got all the things that vapor lovers are looking for.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
It's quality tobaccos. My goodness.
So far, it's been consistent,
Cop
too.
is nailing it, man.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at with it is I could only see where they say it doesn't have any depth. Well, I mean, how much further down do you want to go the rabbit hole on this particular smoke? Because it's got a great flavor.
It delivers.
And it's going all the way.
Yeah. It delivers what it says it's going to deliver.
Yes.
It's a vapor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasant vapor. So as I'm smoking this, I'm noticing that the harder I'm smoking, my tongue is starting to get a little bit of
a bite,
a sting to it.
Yep.
So don't smoke it fast. Take your time with this, even if you have to baby it and work it, like you said. Has a few rough edges in it. It's not really harsh. It burns. I mean, when I can get it lit, I'm looking at the ash right now, and it's pure white.
Yeah.
So it burns really well. You said it was consistent. So far, the flavors have been pretty consistent. I haven't detected a real big change in the flavors. I don't think the Periques have come out any stronger yet. Maybe the Virginias have come out a little more as I've smoked it down.
Maybe.
A little bit.
I've smoked it in two different bowl types, too. This is like a triangular, like a cone-shaped bowl.
Conical.
Yeah, so it like splits down like that, and I always felt that those kind of bowls have an issue with it when it comes to flavor and consistency as it gets further down and down, because now you're getting more char as you're going down. And it's still, I mean, as I'm going down, I would probably say I'm at the 2/3 point with this one, because I know the bowl is thinner down there as it gets lower into the pipe, but... Yeah.
I've been told that this one ages really, really well.
Oh yeah,
really
well. I couldn't see why not. It's in coin form and it's already holds its shape really well.
Yeah.
So I can't see why some of those coins might just age beautifully.
Yeah. The aftertaste is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we've been relighting quite a bit. That's something you'll have to work with.
Yeah.
A little bit of moisture in the bowl. It's really easy to load because they're so small. Whether you want to rub it out or whether you want to put them in as coins, it doesn't matter. They're easy to load because of their size. I read where a lot of people are comparing this to Three Nuns.
See, I haven't had enough of their stuff to really...
Yeah. So, if you're a Three Nuns lover, then maybe this is what you might like. It can burn hot if you smoke it hard. So be careful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I bought this at Pipe World, like I said, and I paid retail price for it instead of, an online price.
Yeah.
And I think the tin was like $23 for 100 grams, which comes out to about $6.25 an ounce.
A little high, but like you said, you bought it at a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So that is
and
one
it's hard
thing.
to get. So, I mean, the prices people are paying right now for McClellan brands and for Esoterica brands this is nowhere near that.
Mm-mm.
So, you're still getting... And don't forget, guys, tobacco will never get any cheaper than it is right now. So if you're wanting to stock tobacco for aging or whatever, now's the time to do it.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen to prices of tobacco, later. All right, well, So, with all that information, what are you thinking? What are you going to give this one?
Oh man.
What are you smoking? I mean, I'm sure people are looking at that going, what the heck has he got in his mouth?
I won this.
It's a good thing you didn't buy it.
It was a prize. Did a raffle. Bought $10 ticket.
At the pipe show?
Yeah.
At the Texas Pipe Show?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I bought one $10 ticket. And that was just because I wanted to contribute. And I won. And I won a $90 pipe by Chacombe.
That's a Chacombe?
Yes.
So, I asked you earlier, is that a meerschaum?
No.
It's not a meerschaum.
This is all briar. Chacombe has been doing this recently with a lot of their pipes that are coming out. Full briar looks different. Like green, solid green coated like lacquer paint. Like they used car paint on it or something like that. I don't know what they did.
And it smokes okay?
Oh yeah. It's real smooth smoke. I've thoroughly enjoyed how this thing smokes. It's interesting. I personally never would have bought it because of the style of it. It's so out there.
Yeah.
But I will say I like the way it feels because it's like a drop.
Yeah,
thing.
bent. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it being in my way.
Well, you might experiment with some full bents now to see if that helps.
Yeah,
you.
and I mean it's got the nice little lip at the end right there.
Yeah, that's an interesting
So it hooks.
button that's on there.
Yeah, it hooks, and then the way the nozzle is it pushes it to the back of my tongue. The airflow goes to the back of my tongue instead of right there at the tip. So, I mean, they've done some work on it, and I really enjoy it. And look, they have their own filter inside.
Oh,
Their own brand
well,
of...
you probably need to get a couple of filters then, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You know, you could probably put those Savinelli filters, those balsa wood filters.
The balsa woods do say they would fit, the 9 mils.
Yeah.
They do fit in there. But I know that they have their own blend in this. I mean, it's just an interesting filter.
Have you checked? Can you get that on?
I haven't actually
online?
checked. This is probably the 6th or 7th time I've smoked this pipe. But every time I've smoked it all the way down, and I've enjoyed the smoke. It's smoked very smooth, so I'm pretty pleased with it for a $10 pipe.
Yeah.
I say, a $90 pipe for $10. I'm thoroughly pleased with this.
All right. Well, I'm smoking my egg-shaped. I bought this at the Briary when I went on that trip to go see Grandpa.
Oh, yes.
And we stopped at the Briary in Alabama, in Birmingham, Alabama. And this is their one of their house pipes. But it was so peculiar and so different. I thought, I think I'll buy that. And it smokes really well.
Yeah.
This is one of my pipes that I have dedicated to just Virginias. So that's what this one is.
That's a cool one, too.
Yeah. All right, so what are you going to give this blend?
Oh, Lord. Gosh, it's playing with my mind again. The teeter-totter on how high do I want to go. Because what I can say easily, we're looking anywhere from the 4 to 5 range on what I want to give this tobacco. It's a great flavor. Delivers exactly what it says, and it does it in such a pleasant way. I haven't been displeased with any of the German tobacco products yet.
I've been trying a bunch of the HU stuff, which also...
Where are you getting HU at?
Well, Warren Bile, our friend from Turbo Tin, sent me a bunch of samples that he ordered. And, that's also Coal House and Cop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's,
same with Astley's.
It's
and
delicious, man. But anyway, go ahead and tell me what you're going to give this one.
Man, I'm going to lean on a solid 4. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead instead of moving it up, keep it down, just because it's so darn hard to get a Peter Heinrich product that I enjoy every one of them. It depresses me every time I get done smoking a bowl, because then I go, man, that's one less bowl.
Yeah. Well, just
I enjoy it through the whole experience, and then when I'm done, it's like, oh.
Like I said, when you see it, you need to just jump on it.
I do every time I see it.
But don't buy one tin, buy several tins.
Now, maybe I need to start managing more properly my tobacco purchases, because every now and then I'll see a tin and I'm like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and grab one because I like it.
Okay, well, I am going to... an English guy smoking a vapor. Mm-hmm. I wish it had a little more smokiness to it, but that's not what a vapor is.
No.
You know? I think it delivers as to what style of tobacco it is. It's got a good taste. Just it's hard to get, and it burns so doggone difficult right now.
Yeah, it's,
you know,
it takes a little fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.5, but it really could be higher. It could be higher, I think, if it was more available.
I think so too. I think that's really the thing. I wish we could figure out how to reach out to them and say, please make more.
Well,
but I think that's
if
how
you
they're
were in
making their
Germany,
money.
you probably would see it all the time.
That's true. Denmark is one of those places too that gets a good amount of Kohlhaas and Kopp products.
Yeah.
Sometimes
All right,
I wish I was there.
So that is in the middle. It's between 3.5 and 4. So what do you want to do? Bump it up? Keep it down?
I'm a rough person to ask because I am a vapor lover.
Let's bump it up. It's a good tobacco.
Yeah, because that's me. I always lean towards these kind of products. Bump that up.
All right, so we are giving Peter Heinrichs Special Curly. Some people call it Curly Special, but on the can it says Special Curly is what it says.
Yes.
So that's what I call it. We're giving it 4 shots. This is a tasty blend. This is really good. If you guys get an opportunity to pick up a tin of this, you're not going to regret it. Pick it up, try it, and have fun with it because it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good, and I think I am almost at the end of it.
Yeah, I think I am too. Next week, Tobacco Tasters, we're doing Cornell and Deal's Sunday Picnic. Hopefully you guys have ordered yours and you can smoke your Sunday Picnic along with us and see if you're getting the same types of flavor profiles that we're getting. Also, the following month, March the 28th, we're going to do Amphora's Original Blend.
Yeah.
So, I've heard some good things about that. So, and it's really inexpensive. So, start planning ahead and get that one ordered too. We got the Muletown Pipe Show coming up in March.
Yep.
The Chicago Pipe Show coming up in May. So lots of things is going on. I'm also kind of on the edge. The Lunting Society is fixing to do something.
After 2 years.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we could find out quickly what that's going to be doing and join in on that as well. All right, guys. Thank you for your suggestions and comments. Please keep sharing those with us. We do read those and we consider those very important. If you've got any suggestions that you want to give us on what types or what kind of tobacco you want to smoke on those Tobacco Tasters episodes, send them to us. Let me know what it is and we'll see if we can squeeze those in. All right? You got anything?
Guys, thank you for your support.
Yeah, 2.5K.
2.5K. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So please make sure you tell your friends about us. And if you haven't already subscribed to us, please subscribe. And if you want to continue to get notifications for right when we post up our videos, which I think it's still every Monday, right?
Right now, it's still every Monday. It might go back to Sunday, but right now it's Monday.
Yeah, but if you want to watch it with us and sit down on your porch and have a smoke with us while we go over something, hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified right when we post that video.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.